Are you a luxury cruise aficionado or a travel thrill seeker? Or maybe you're just wondering if boutique cruises are what you want. Are luxury cruises worth the hype? Your favorite and perhaps slightly cynical guinea pig of travel is back with something near and dear to our heart. The art of all cruisers, shore excursions. Now, we're talking Explora Journeys here, the creme de la creme, right? The ocean journeys of discovery, and with prices that make your wallet do a double take. You'd expect shore excursions to be, well, exploration, and not just another bus ride to the nearest souvenir shop. So I booked 2 excursions with Explora Journeys to really put them at the test. First up, Santa Lucia, a catamaran trip to see the mighty pythons. Sounds glorious, doesn't it? Like something out of a brochure that smells faintly of expensive suntan lotion. And it was okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay. We saw the pythons, check. We sailed on a catamaran, check. Did it feel like it was a journey of discovery? More like a journey of mild amusement. It felt pretty much like any other catamaran trip that I did with any other cruise line. A cruise line that doesn't charge a price of a small car for a week-long journey. But then came Granada from the port of Malaga. The secrets of Granada, the brochure whispered. My imagination was running wild, conjured up image of Eden courtyards, flamenco dancers spontaneously dancing. And perhaps some gourmet tapas along the way. An experience that would redefine my understanding of the Spanish culture. What I got was a 90 minutes bus ride, a tour that felt rushed, and then another 90 minutes with the bus back to the port. The secrets of Granada involved a lot of time inside the bus and not a lot of thrilling. The promised gourmet food experience? Let's just say it was a sparkle of a lukewarm cake. No street food thrill, no gourmet delight, just food. My expectation of luxury, given the price point, was spectacularly unmet. And here's the kicker, it felt pretty much like any other cruise line excursion. Get people on a bus, show them some stuff, feed them something, get them back on the bus. Where was the Explorer in Explora Journeys? The wow factor, this is why I paid the premium price. Spoiler alert, it probably was hiding under a bus seat. Not very comfortable. Now, it's not just me having this nuanced feelings. I did a little digging into the reviews of the Explora Journeys excursions, and it seems I'm not entirely alone in my sentiments. A common theme I've seen on cruise critic forums is a mix of experiences. Some praise the convenience, others echo my feelings that it didn't quite live up to the luxury price tag. Trustpilot and Google reviews occasionally mentioning the tours to be bit generic or the food offerings being underwhelming. Independent travel blogs or YouTube channels where people share similar feedback. The sentiment often boils to convenient but not exceptional. So the general sentiment seems to be convenient, yeah, but luxury, nah, not always. Which brings me to the crucial point. Who are these shore excursion operators? Who are these tour operators that support Explora Journeys? Because let's be honest, cruise lines rarely run their own shore excursions. They rely on their partners. They partner up. So I tried to unearth the Eden tour operators that Explora Journeys uses, and guess what? It's like trying to find a needle in a very luxurious haystack. So cruise lines are generally about these tour operators, about whatever third partners they use. However, I can tell you that many of these larger global partners often serve multiple lines, from the mass market to the more premium and luxury market. This means that the same bus, the same guide, the same food could be serving guests from, say, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, MSC, and any other cruise line. Explora Journeys becomes the equivalent of buying a fashion designer dress only to find out it was soon in the same factory as a fast fashion brand, just with a fancier label and a much bigger price tag. Ouch! Now let's talk alternatives. Because you are paying top dollar for Explora Journeys, you want top tier experiences. And that means sometimes looking beyond the ship's offerings. Enter the mighty shore excursions aggregators. You've got big players like viator.com and getyourguide.com. These are fantastic resources for independent excursions. You can find everything from private tours to small group experiences, and often at a more competitive price than the cruise lines. Plus a huge selling point, many of these tour operators guarantee that you'll be back at the ship on time. It's a risk that always hangs over cruisers that book independently, but these platforms have robust policies to address it. Another popular one is shoreexcursionsgroup.com or cruisingexcursions.com. They often offer smaller group experiences and are usually much cheaper than the cruise lines. You can even put in the name of the cruise line, your embarkation port, what is the date of your sailing, and it will immediately figure out all the ports in your sailing and tell you what are the available excursions. The key takeaway here is do your own research. Read reviews, compare itineraries, and don't be afraid to venture off the ship prepackaged path. So where does this leave us, fellow luxury cruiser? Explora Journeys is clearly aiming for that ultra luxury segment, the ultra luxury discerning traveler. You. And while the ships themselves are stunning, the onboard experience is largely fantastic. The shore excursions, though, echoed by some online reviews, just don't quite hit the mark. They feel standard, and when you're paying a premium price, standard is not good enough. Therefore, my recommendation now, and until Explora ups their game in the shore excursion department, is this. Only use the cruise line's excursions in two very specific scenarios. One, when your time at port is very, very small. Think quick stops, where a few minutes delay could be you saying bye-bye to the cruise ship. In these cases, the cruise line's guarantee to get you back on time is vital. It is worth the weight in gold. And by gold, I mean the exorbitant price they may charge. Second, when the place you want to visit is very far away from the port. Thus requires significant traveling, and that can be prone to a lot of delays getting there and back. Like my ill-fated Granada trip. While the bus ride might not be the epitome of luxury, you don't want to be stranded in a charming Spanish city, no matter how many secrets it holds. Just because your tour operator, your bus, got a flat tire on the ride back to the port. But be warned, that time on the bus might not feel like a luxurious transfer, but rather a very, very underwhelming bus ride. For everything else, for those ports where you have ample of time, or the main attractions are walkable from the port or easily accessible by an inexpensive taxi or Uber ride, explore independently. Use the aggregators, find local guides, seek out authentic experiences, and for heaven's sake, find authentic gourmet street food. Because when you are sailing with Explora Journeys, you are not just paying for a cruise. You are paying for a journey of experience, a journey of discovery. And sometimes the best discoveries are found when you carve your own path, even if it's to find a really, really good taco stand. And until next time, happy cruising. And if you want to know more about Explora Journeys, there's a ton of videos that I've made on Explora Journeys cruising.